Guys, so today I thought I would show you my kind of go-to everyday look that I get from the LORAC Nude Necessities eyeshadow palette. I did do an in-depth review of this, was it last week? Maybe the week before, who knows? But I gave you guys swatches in that video, so if you're curious, I'll link that down below if you want to see swatches on my particular skin tone. Obviously, I'm very fair, so this palette works pretty well for me. If you are like a darker medium skin tone or above, I'm not sure that I would waste my time with this, but for all of us pasty girls, I feel like this is a great everyday palette. So the look I'm going to show you guys today is not anything dramatic or like intended to be like super impressive by any stretch of the imagination. It's just like my go-to everyday look, and a lot of you have asked me like to do a tutorial on how I get this look. So I hate calling these things tutorials because I'm not one of those people that's really good at teaching other people how to apply makeup. That's totally not my thing, but I'm just going to show you guys how I do it, and if you take something away from it, great. If not, sorry. I don't know. I haven't cleaned this brush, so I'm just going to like wipe it off really quickly here on a tissue. And actually, what I'm going to start out with is just taking first this skin colored shadow right here and applying that all over my lid and like eye area as a base. I'm just going to show you guys on this eye, and then I'll do this eye off camera and show you guys the finished look, obviously, when it's all done. And hopefully I am in frame. I should be using my other camera, but I don't know why I'm not. We're just going to go with this one. See how it goes. Okay. So I'm just putting that all over as like a base to help me blend the rest of the shadows. By the way, the rest of my makeup is completely done, and I also have an eye primer down, and I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which works great for me. Okay, so once I have that base down, it's going to allow me to blend the rest of the shadows a lot easier because the shadows aren't going to want to stick to that primer initially, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this shade right here, which has almost like a slight satin finish when you're looking at it in the pan, but once you apply it, it's actually pretty matte. So I'm going to take that onto, what is this? It's a Sigma E25. I don't recommend Sigma brushes, but it's what I have right now, and I'm going to put that in my crease. And I'm just following, for the most part, my natural like socket line, which works for me. So I'm going to go ahead and just place that in there as my first sort of like almost contour type color. Then I'm going to go in with one that's slightly deeper. It's this shade right here, and by slightly, I mean like slightly. Even though it looks like there's a big jump between the two, there really isn't, because these shadows aren't quite as pigmented as some of the other LORAC shadows. I always shake off the excess with these because they are pretty powdery, so that's important to do. And I'm just going to focus this on the outer portion of my crease area, and you'll notice that I go slightly above the crease as well in this outer portion, only because I like that lifted kind of cat eye effect. And then whatever is left, I will work more into the crease. Okay. Hopefully it's not too bright right here, and you can kind of see that this is actually creating a decent amount of definition for like a more everyday look. I always keep this powder brush from Real Techniques handy because it's really good for brushing away the excess that falls down. Now I'm going to take a tapered blending, which is an E40 from Sigma, and I'm going to go into this shade right here. It sucks that these aren't named because I'm always going to have to be like this shade right here. And I'm just going to put a little bit on there, and I'm going to go around like the outer part of that crease color just to like help with the gradient. I really want this to be like a totally like natural eye look, so just really want it to look blended. Then a flat definer brush, an E15. It's just basically like a flat brush, and I'm going to go in with the first shade that I put in my crease, this guy right here. I'm trying to cover up the mirror so I don't blind you guys. And I'm going to put that along the lower lash line. Again, just to create like a tiny bit of definition. I really don't want there to be like a liner look down there. Just to define it ever so slightly. And make sure you connect that up in the corner there. Okay. Then for the lid, I'm just gonna take, is this clean? Yeah. This is an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, super cheap. And I'm gonna go in with that color that I initially put all over my eye area, the skin tone color here. Put that on there, and I'm gonna pop that onto the lid. Sorry. I'm really bad at this. Just to brighten up that lid a little bit more. This is so awkward. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then just a tiny bit more on our initial blending brush to get that ever so slight darkness in the outer corner going again, because sometimes when you go in with that light lid color you can go a little bit farther than you want to, but it's easy enough to go back in and deepen things up if you need to. And by deepen I mean barely deepen them. If you're hearing any weird noises, they're building a house right behind us here, so it's construction. Okay, and then once again wipe away that excess. Now I'm going to take my liner, and what I've been using lately is this Jordana 12-Hour Made to Last eye pencil in Tenacious Brown, which is one of these like fat guys here. This works really well for me. If you have a smaller lid space, I do believe that they actually make this color in like the skinnier, like more traditional like pencil format, but check out Walgreens. That's where I get these. Sorry, and now my eye's watering. I think I got some of that shadow in my eyes. That's not good. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this along the lash line. I'm not super careful about it. Normally I'm doing this from a totally different angle. This is a little awkward. So I'm just going to sort of place that where I initially want it. For some reason on my left eye, it's really hard for me to get close to the lash line, and I don't know why that is, because I don't have a hard time getting to my lash line with my right eye. I'm just going to take a smudger brush. This is a smudger brush from Smashbox, and take a little bit of that and sort of perfect that line just a little bit and work it further down into the lash line. It's easier to do with a brush. Even when this pencil is super sharp, I can't get it down quite far enough. Okay, so that's the liner. As you can see, I don't really do any highlighting under my brow bone or anything. If you wanted to, just take your fluffy brush and use this white shade in here and get just like a touch of that on there, and you can definitely like just plop that under there. Easy enough. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, do the other eye, and also apply mascara. Today, I'm just going to use the Paula's Choice Fantastic Lash Mascara. Really like this. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that and then come back and show you guys the finished look. Alright guys, here she is, the finished look. So obviously nothing terribly exciting or dramatic, but just really great for every day, like running errands, just polished kind of eye look. I really, one thing I want to encourage you is if you normally use a black eyeliner and you are fair like me, switching to a dark brown I feel like looks a lot more natural than like rimming your eyes in black. I definitely use a black mascara, but I feel like doing a brown liner gives you definition without looking super, super harsh. So if you haven't made the leap to like a nice brown shade with your liner, I think that can really help if you're trying to like achieve an everyday natural kind of look. So anyway, again, this one is the Tenacious Brown from the Jordana Made to Last line. So I will link whatever I have on the rest of my face down below. So if you're curious, that's where you can find that information. But yeah, I don't know. I like this palette. I don't like this little wing that's trying to like mess with my look. But yeah, this has been great for me for everyday wear. I've been using it quite frequently. You can see again that it's pretty powdery. This isn't like the world's greatest palette, honestly. I mean, if you're looking for something phenomenal, probably not going to be like a phenomenal palette for you. But again, it's great for travel, great for neutral, great for everyday, and I like it. So for those of you that are still on the fence about it, this is the type of look that you're going to get from this palette. It's not going to be anything smoky. It's not going to be anything dramatic. I don't think I can even really build this up much beyond what it is right now. And I did use definitely one of the darker shades in this palette. So hopefully this makes you, you know, come to a conclusion about whether this is something that you want to purchase, and sort of helps you, you know, see how I do my everyday natural eye looks. I mean, I can take any palette. Like, I've been using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette quite a bit this week, which I love. Definitely much more pigmented, but I still tend to do like the exact same type of look, which is that like just polished everyday natural look using that palette as well. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.